friends. I am Pinal Barot from Faculty of Business Administrations, GLS University. Today we have to discuss Introductions of Business Environment, Unit 1 from the Business Environment subject. Let's start to understand why we have to study or understand a business environment in management subject. Whenever a business entered in the market, they have to face many problems or many challenges which came under the different factors like external factors and internal factors. Those factors are known as the environment. Okay, so before we go the definitions of business environment, we have to understand that this is a combination of two words, business and environment. So business, we can say that business is we can say a process like which is done by the two parties, customers and the buyers and the sellers, right, where the main objective is to earn the profit. Environment means the aspects of the surroundings, right? Matlab it refers, we can say that it refers the aspects of surroundings which are affected to the business. Now we combine both these words and we we see the definition of the business environment. Here we can see that it is a human activity carried out by the unified efforts of different categories of people to produce the wealth through the production and distribution of the goods and services. Now we can say we have to understand the importance of business environment. The first step is determining the opportunities and threats. Due to the or because of the business environment, a business have to identify their opportunities and threats, that who are the main competitors in the market, and they also find out that this is the opportunity that where we have to be existed with the new product, and the threats they have to find out that this is the toughest competition in the market, this is the toughest competitors in the market, they are using this type of strategy, then how we have to introduce our new strategy for our existing products. Second one is the giving direction for the growth. Already the business is aware about that where they are, but because of the business environment, because of the factors which are affected to the business, the businessmen are aware about that how they have to plan their growth. Now they are the introduction stage. Now from the introduction stage, how they have to make a step out from the growth stage, right? They have to be very easy to planning a new strategy as per the marketing market situations, customers behavior. So this is also business environment also helping to the businessmen to give the direction of the growth, as well as we can say that the continuous learning each and every stage. Matlab ke we can say that in current scenario as well as in past scenarios, we say that there are the many trends pass out till the 2021. The example we can say that came pehle, in the past, black and white TVs are there, but now color TVs and the LED TVs and HD TVs are replaced the black and white TVs. Same as we can take an example of सबसे पहले we introduce the typewriters, right? But now the laptop and the desktops are taking place of the typewriters. So continuous learning is there for each and every businessman, that as per the current trends, they have to be continue with the trend as per the trends. They have to introduce as per the trends, right? Introduce product as per the trends. Then now image building, how it's helping to build the image of the business. We can say that yes, it's make a position. जैसे कि first step आया, that's businessmen are aware about how to we take the opportunities, then they aware about that how we have to reach our growth. So to maintain a good quality with the toughest competitions and giving the satisfaction level at the giving satisfaction level to the customers, then it's very easy for them to building the image. But it's only because of that they get the ideas about their image, their goodwill in the market. It's only because of the factors of the business environment. Then the meeting competitions. From the business environment factors, businessmen are easily aware about that which companies entered, which newly companies are entered in the market, how many old companies are there, and how many the toughest, which is the main competitor who give us the toughest competition in the market. Okay, so they found that the competition is very high in the market, and they know that how they have to satisfy the customers' need, how they have to increase the, how they have to improve the strategy which they are using. Okay, and the last step is identifying firm strength and weakness. So we can say that how to identify the, we can say that they identify that strength and weakness from the competition, as well as they identify that के उनका target market कितना है, right? उनके market shares कितने हैं? Market shares mean we can say that how much target market or how much audience, or who are the main audience for that product. We can say that that's the strength of the, and weakness that they are able to aware that where they are lacking. Right, from this external factors they are able to know that where they are lacking. Suppose के examples लेते हैं हम लोग कि Patanjali, it's a company, it is newly entered in the market without any advertisement, without any marketing. It creates a very higher position in the market, right? But finally they are aware about that, or they are Patanjali identify after the researching or after the competitions that where they are lacking, what is the weakness of the Patanjali, that they are not they are lacking, where they are not proper performing as per their competitors. Now let's start to discuss about the types of business environment. There were two types of business environment: internal environment and external environment. Right? Internal environment किसे कहते हैं? Internal environments are the environments which are internally affected to the business. मतलब कि the factors who are the internal factors of the organizations who are affected to the business. And external environment, which is also divided into the two types, it's a micro environment and macro environment, where the factors which are outside from the organizations. So let's discuss with the internal environment. So again I repeat, internal environments are refers the factors existing within a business firm. मतलब कि वो organization से ही होने चाहिए, वो organizations के ही factors होते हैं, inbuilt factors which are affected to the business. Means we can say that these factors are generally regarded as controllable factors because the company has control over these factors. Obviously the organization's internal factors are obviously controlled by the organization itself, right? So let's start with the first factor, financial factor. Financial factors like it's about the salary of the labor, salary of the workers, financial policies about the workers, financial procedures, and the capital structures. They affect the business performance as well as strategies and the decisions. If take an example, if the organizations change their financial policies, like पहले they are providing the financial policies, like they providing the personal loan or education loan to the workers for their kids. But now from this year they are not provided the education loan as well as personal loan for the workers and for their kids. So at that time, for workers it is affected, right? Okay, they have to planning. Okay, and for changing in these financial policies, they are think that they are investing this money in their business. Okay, as well as workers की expectations बढ़ जाती है कि okay, ये हमें facilities बंद की है provide करने की, तो automatically the companies, organizations are provided to increment in our salaries. So obviously these financial factors are affecting to the performance and the strategies and the decisions of the business. Then the physical and human resource. Physical and human resource is about like the characteristics of the human resource, like we can say skill, quality, moral, commitment, etc., which contributes to the strength and weakness of an organizations. Okay, now next is the objectives of business. Objective of business, where we can I like to say that the company, before they started to launch a new product, or they started to started to a new year, new business year, they have to be design the objectives, they have to design the mission, they have to design the vision for the companies, right? So they have decided their objectives, like where they have to go, matlab कि they decide the directions for the development of their business, they have to decide the business policy, they have to decide that how to develop, where we have to give the more efforts. Okay, these are the objectives of business. Then the work environment. Obviously, the organizational structure is the main important thing for the company. So we can say that here the organizations have to be decided, the company policy, the organizations have to decided, they have to design their own structure, they have the extent of professionalism in the management, and these factors are influencing into the business decision. Suppose they have to, the organizations have to change the organization structure, राइट मतलब कि पहले क्या था, तो फैमिली बिजनेस है तो ऑल द फैमिली members are there on a higher positions, but today, right, in a current scenario, they plan that कि they change the organizational structure, hierarchy जो wise था उनसे उन्होंने vertical कर दिया, and they are started to make a best employee, right, and potential employee at a managing director or at the CEO level. So obviously it affected to the organization's policy, because the ideas and the innovative ideas and the innovative strategies which are proposed by the new MD and new CEO are changed the organization scenario. The next is company image and brand. The image of the company matters while raising finance and forming the joint ventures, as well as entering purchase or sales contract, etc. Means ये कब होता है, whenever the companies are planning to accumulate, or we can say purchase a new company, or they are planning to mergers with the new company, and obviously when they mergers with the company, obviously the new organization development is there. So we can say that when a company think about to build their image and build their brand, they must have to think about that whenever they are going to merger with the other companies, they have to planning the new strategy, and what is the results from the market, लाइक इमेज उनकी इंक्रीज हो रही है या फिर रेपुटेशन उनकी मार्केट में डाउन हो रही है, उनके शेयर प्राइसेस जो है वो इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं या फिर वो डिक्रीज हो रहे हैं. पर ज्यादातर होता क्या है, व्हेन द कंपनीज आर प्लानिंग टू मर्ज विद द अदर कंपनीज, राइट, देन दे प्रॉफिट विद द अदर company, and there are many changes in the organizational structure, as well as they have to provide a training to do a business with the other company. So next is labor management and relationship. Labor management and relationship, we can say that it is a factor like an amount of support top management which enjoys from the different level of employees and the other participants, which influence company decisions and their implementation. In short, we can say that laborers and management का जो relationship होता है, they have to maintain that relationship to improve the organization's image. How it becomes, how it improves, though, and how it affects if the relationship is not good between the laborers and the management, and employers and the management, employees and management, then we can say that management must have to give the right to the laborers that they are share their ideas, new innovative ideas to the management. They become a participant in the decision making. मतलब कि when company think about to mergers with the other companies, obviously organizations have to take innovative ideas from their employees, okay, and they have to share the ideas or share the profit with the workers also. Then R&D and the technological capabilities, we can say that it determines company's ability to innovate and compete with the competition. Now let's move with the external environment. Before we go through with the external environment, we have to understand that what are the external environment. External environment are divided into two, micro environment and macro environment, and this environment, these factors are existing outside the business firms, means these are not controllable by the firms, these are the uncontrollable, right? These factors are uncontrollable, and that's the success depends to the adaptability of the environment. That's why which environment is adopted by the company, so the success depends to the adaptability of the environment. Now let's start with the micro environment. What is micro environment? The micro environment are the factors which close to the company and affect its ability to work constitute a micro environment. It is also known as the operating environment of business. Now let's start with the following elements. The first one is the suppliers. Now, what is the role of suppliers? How it affects to the business? Obviously, suppliers is affected to the business. Suppliers are those who supply the inputs. Okay, when we start to manufacturing our production, then obviously raw materials required, then the other components for like packaging material and oil hai, lubricants hai, these are the factors, these are the materials, these are the components which we have to purchase from the suppliers, right? Now there are the uncertainties in the life, okay, हमारी life में भी uncertainties होती हैं, तो same as the uncertainties regarding the supply constraint that the company to maintain high inventories causing cost increase, means we can say that they must, businessmen have to be asking for, or businessmen have to be spare they have to put the suppliers, उनको एक ही supplier से contact नहीं रखना है, they have to be put a many suppliers, right? And they must be reliable, and business must have to multiple with the suppliers, means we can say that if they are connected with the multiple suppliers, then whenever the uncertainties are there, they have the other options also. Okay, so we can say that suppose one supplier is there, is in Assam, right, and other suppliers are in the Gujarat. So obviously when the Assam suppliers have some uncertainties like flood aa gaya hai, like, or they are not able to supply the raw materials, so we have options that we have to purchase the materials from the गुजरात सप्लायर्स, ओके, सो हमारा काम वहां पे स्टॉप नहीं होता है, राइट? सो दिस फैक्टर, बट इफ वी हैव ओनली वन सप्लायर that is located in Assam, so it is very difficult and there are the uncertainty where the business is stopped, okay? Then the second one is customer. Obviously, we all are aware about that customers are the king of the market. If customers are not satisfied and customers are found that the company, the business is not success to satisfy their needs, their likes, then obviously customers are stopped to purchasing your product. So obviously we can say that the success of any business depends upon the identifying customers, their needs, their likes, and enhancing the level of customer satisfaction. The major task of business is to create and sustain the customers. Means every business they want a loyal customers, that they don't want to lose any customers, okay? Then the competitors. Competitors means here we can say that competitor means other business units which are marketing or producing similar products, or we can say it's a very close substitute of our product. Business has to adjust its various activities according to the action and reaction of competitors. So we can take an example, जैसे कि if you see that yes, McD is a foreign company, right? And McD you see that when McD entered in the market, in Indian market, right? So that McD find out that many foreign competitors, many foreign companies are in the India and they are doing business. But the main competitors at that time, burger, McD is famous for the burger. But if we talk about fast food, तो foreign companies के तब जो companies थे वो थे Domino's is there, US Pizza is there, and at that time McD is also entered. But you see that how McD entered in the market and he make his position, right? Because McD focus on the customers need. Okay, उन्होंने क्या देखा, पिज्जा के अलावा भी they are provided the other products. They are also provide a pizza, which they give a name as Puffiza, right? So next, so you see that which type of strategies are used by the McD and the competitors. मतलब कि they see that which type of strategies used by the US Pizza and Domino's Pizza and they built its image in the market. Okay, so competitors वाले factors भी affect करते हैं when you entered in the new market with the new business. Then the marketing intermediaries. Marketing intermediaries में क्या होता है कि which things you have to include into the marketing intermediaries. So we can say that these intermediaries are the firms that aid that company in the promoting. मतलब here the intermediaries are helping the business, helping the company to promote the product, to sell the product, to distribute the product and its goods to final buyers. मतलब कि they are the chain or they are the link between the main company to the customers, right? And they are the vital links between the company and the final consumers. Like we can say that the middlemen are there, marketing agencies are there, financial intermediaries are there, retailers are there, distributors are there, dealers are there, है ना, wholesalers are there. So these are the marketing intermediaries. Now then we are talk about the public. Any group who has actual interest in business enterprise is termed as public. They may be the users and non-users of product. Nowadays we see in the TV, like यहाँ पे हमने example लिया है public में media, right? So we can say that public is any group that has an actual or potential interest in the company or in the organizations, right? जैसे कि you see that we can take an example, okay, कि when Maggie banned in India, right? तो जरूरी नहीं है कि मीडिया वाले जो है they are very मतलब जब बैंड हुआ तो they are ready to Maggie is very favorite for the media, but still they are, no, it's not like that. यहाँ पे वो group भी है media, it's also cover with the people that group are not even interested as well as not interested for the company. They just want to give the informations, right? Convey the message to the public that what is right and what is wrong. But right now in a current scenario, you also find out that media is not playing a right role also, right? Sometimes we are not only believe on media, so sometimes बिजनेस में भी अगर बिजनेस की इमेज, कंपनी की इमेज या ब्रांड पे भी अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं तो इट्स ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द पब्लिक इफ दे आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद द थिंग्स. ओके, देन द नेक्स्ट इज मैक्रो एनवायरनमेंट. मैक्रो एनवायरनमेंट मीन्स it is a general environment of business where we can say that these forces are not controllable, right? In comparison the micro forces, means we can say that micro environment are the environment which are uncontrollable by the business. So we can say that here micro environment is divided under two categories: economic environment and non-economic environment. Now let's start with the macro environment. As we understand that micro environment are the factors which are controllable by the organization, But compared to the macro environment, micro environments are controlled by the organizations, but macro environments are the uncontrollable, right? And we can say that the growth and survival of business, which depends upon its adaptability to macro environmental factors. Today we discuss the economic environment and non-economic environment, but let's start with the non-economic environment. So here we can see that non-economic environments are covered with the socio-cultural, with the following factors. The first one is the socio-cultural environment, right? What is socio-cultural environment? Socio-cultural environment are the environment where the business have to focus on the culture of the customers. जैसे कि we can take an example of the McDonald's. They know that, as well as we also take an example of Domino's also, that they are aware about that they in Gujarat, right? The most probably the customers prefer the vegetarian. So that's why when McD entered in Gujarat and especially in Ahmedabad, at that time the first restaurant is opened by the McD is at the ISKCON Charasta, right, which is beside the ISKCON Mandir. So at that time, MACD is aware about that. The people here who follow, the customers are here who are basically focused on the vegetarian products and vegetarian restaurants. That's why they are try to maintain the vegetarian and the hygiene products in their restaurants, as well as they are finding that the culture of the Gujarat state is that every Sunday, Saturday, or mainly Sunday, the people are like to do the outing, as well as at the time of festival, the people are like to doing outings. At that time, they are started to put the good schemes, as well as they also asking they also find out that the whole family is like to go the customers or the people are like to go for outing with the family only. So after that they are started to introduce a toys for the children, right, and to attract the children, है ना? So it is about the social cultural environment. How we can take the another example of Domino's for the social cultural environment? We can see that nowadays in a current trend in 2020-21, Domino's is known for, or Domino's is announced that in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, right, Domino's provide only veg pizza. Only veg pizza, no non-veg is provided by the Domino's, right? Then the political environment, how the political environment is affect to the business and how it is, obviously it is uncontrollable by the business. Whenever the one party change, right, or we can say that जैसे कि कांग्रेस गया और बीजेपी आ गया, obviously BJP introduced the GST, right? Then BJP introduced demonetization, right? And obviously at the time of demonetization, you all show that in January we found the sell, right? In December we found the sell in the showrooms, right? Why? What is the reason behind that? Because after introducing the GST, each and every business have to change their financial policies, right? So obviously it affected to the business. The political environment, if the political parties take the decisions like not only the financial, but take the decisions about their business, nature of business also, then it's also affected. If they increase the excise duty, they increase the whatever the subsidies provided by the government to the businessmen, this all are affected to the business. If political parties are changed, then the whole decisions are changed. The taxation policy also changed, and if the taxation policy is changed, then obviously each and every small business से लेके बड़े business वाले को भी problems होती है. Now the next is the legal environment. Legal environment. So legal environment is included the laws, right? Laws regarding the workers, law regarding the laborers, law regarding the business. Okay, so this all laws, whatever the simple change in the any law it affected to the business. जैसे कि अगर लेबर मैनेजमेंट लेबर लॉ है उसमें अगर चेंजेस आता है, सपोज के देर इज लॉ में मेंशन है कि एटलीस्ट यू हैव टू गिव अ 3% इंक्रीमेंट, मिनिमम 3% इंक्रीमेंट टू योर वर्कर्स एवरी ईयर. अगर उसको चेंज करके सीधा बताया गया बाय द government that each and every industries have to or company have to provide 10% increment every year, so obviously it's very it's effect to the business, it's effect to the industries. If the labor law says that bonus is compulsory, bonus is compulsory for industries that they have to provide to their laborers, then it's very difficult for them to maintain the financial situations. So it is affected. Okay, अगर कोई भी law में changes आता है तो automatically it affected to the business. Then the technological environment. Obviously you can see nowadays that आप mobiles को देखो, right? आप कैमरा को देखो, आप laptops को देखो, like you find a single, मतलब mobiles में तो हर 3 महीने में नई कोई ना कई नए features आ जाते हैं, right? And with the new features, the price of the mobile is automatically high. We can see that कि पहले जो टेलीग्राम्स था उसकी जगह आजकल मोबाइल के डिजिटल मैसेंजर्स ने ले ली है. व्हाट्सएप इज देयर, इंस्टा इज देयर, फेसबुक इज देयर, स्नैपचैट इज देयर. ओके, सो टेक्नोलॉजी, whenever the technology increase, it is affected to the business. If the companies are not ready to update with the technology, they have to ready to face the decline stage. जैसे we can take an example of Nokia. Right, Nokia जो है, they are not ready to accept the Android versions. That's why nowadays you find out that market में आपको Nokia नहीं मिलेगा. They introduce with the Microsoft, right? Windows, they are introduced the Windows, but find out that with the competition of Android phone, Nokia is not there because it is not updated with the Nokia is not ready to update its company with the technology. Am I clear? We can take more example. जैसे कि मैंने स्टार्टिंग में ही बताया था कि करंट सिनेरियो के हिसाब से चलना होता है बिजनेस को. दैट्स व्हाई दे हैव टू फॉलो दैट विच ट्रेंड इज इन अ करंट positions. So we can say that पहले black and white TVs थे, right? Nowadays you find the color TVs, but in a LED TVs, in a HD TVs, right? In a smart TV, okay, जहाँ पे आप अपने कंप्यूटर्स की तरह भी टीवी को यूज कर सकते हो. Then we can take an example, typewriters से पहले. Nowadays you see that everyone have a laptop, everyone have a tablet, right, in a form of the small computer. Then we go with the next one is the demographic environment. Demographic environment क्या होता है? तो demographic environment is include the age, it includes the gender, it includes the family size, it includes the lifestyle of family, right, lifestyle of customers. When we can say that as per the lifestyle, we see that nowadays we all are, right, ready to upgrade with the Western culture. Okay, and as per the Western culture, totally the lifestyle is also become a Western culture. We all believe that कि Saturday Sunday घर पे खाना नहीं बनाना है. We have to go for a outing. Festivals में we are not stay at home and we celebrate our festival at home, but we plan that 4 दिन की छुट्टी आ गई, we have to go outside. Right, we have to go Udaipur, we have to go like Delhi, and we have to go outside of the country, but we don't want to stay in our city at our home and celebrate the festival. So nowadays, as the people are ready to accept the Western culture, right? So automatically वो जो festival का season, वो festival का charm होता है, you cannot find out, and automatically its effect on the business also. जैसे कि if we find out that के उत्तरायण, right, 2 दिन की छुट्टी आती है, people think that के rather to stay here, we have to go outing, and obviously it affect to the kites festival, right? Kites का जो business है ना, उसको इफेक्ट होता है और डायरेक्टली एंड डायरेक्टली. इफ वी थिंक दैट कि सडनली जैसे कि अभी बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड-19 वी आर यूजिंग मास्क, राइट, बिफोर दैट ट्रैफिक रूल्स आए थे, राइट, इट्स कंपल्सरी, हेलमेट कंपल्सरी हो गया था, राइट. है ना. तो you see that each and every person have tried to purchase, or if they are not purchased, they have to find the 1000 rupees. तो automatically the people are rush for purchase the helmet. उससे क्या हुआ, हेलमेट का बिजनेस को सडनली एक इंक्रीज मिला, एक हाइक मिल गया. एज वेल एज यू सी दैट कि इफ द नाउ डेज इट्स अ बेसिक नीड, मास्क बेसिक नीड हो गया, सैनिटाइजर बेसिक नीड हो गया. यू सी दैट कि द कंडीशन ऐसी आई, सिचुएशन ऐसी है कि सैनिटाइजर जो 10 रुपए का मिलता था, आज उसकी प्राइस मिनिमम 120 रुपीज. सो दिस ऑल आर इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ द disease, because of the external factors effect on the business. वो पॉजिटिव भी रहती है, वो नेगेटिव भी रहती है. If people stop to purchase, if we can take an example of that, yes, stop to purchase the car because of increasing the petrol prices, diesel prices, they are focused on to purchase the electronic cars. Right? So obviously it affects to the business. So it's only because of the demographic environment. The people, the business class people, the middle class people, they think that कि हमें पेट्रोल की प्राइस नहीं जमेगी. Right? At this price, right, we are not afford the car, we are not affordable, we are not affording the two-wheelers, so they are think about to purchase the electric vehicles, right? Then the natural environment includes that कि flood आ जाता है, ये COVID-19 आ गया, right? Then the earthquake is there. Obviously these are affected, tsunami आ जाती है, these are affected to the business. जैसे मैंने बताया, because of this COVID-19 you see that suddenly lockdown आ गया, right? Because of this lockdown most probably each and every industries are stuck. They are not able to start. 3 महीने तक, 2 महीने तक बंद रखना अपना business, and obviously it affect many big loss to the businesses. Right? They are not able to, and obviously because of this COVID-19, the businessmen don't have the workers to do the work. एक टाइम पे उन्होंने ओपन भी कर लिया, but they don't have the workers. So what happens? It obviously we can say that the natural calamities are also destroy the business. Okay, then the last one is the international environment. International environment, we can say that the MNC companies, बाहर के कोई competitors market में आते हैं, तो obviously domestic market को, domestic business को भी affect होता है. जैसे कि we can say the example fast food में when McD entered, when we can say US Pizza entered, when Domino's are entered, right? At that time, right? If any domestic competitors have to, or domestic company want to introduce new things or foreign items in the market, it's very difficult for them. But we can take example of the success of the Lapino's Pizza, which is an Indian company. Nowadays you see that without any advertising, right, they give a toughest competitions to the Domino's Pizza and US Pizza, right? Though इंटरनेशनल एनवायरमेंट से, मतलब इंटरनेशनल फैक्टर से ही वी डोमेस्टिक बिजनेसमैन लर्न मैनी थिंग्स, राइट? एंड इट इज नॉट कंट्रोलेबल, बट देन only Lapino's Pizza is there. Yes, Domino's have the same scheme, but Domino's ने क्या किया था? Domino's have a scheme at the weekends, right? Free pizza वाली 1 पे 1 pizza, या फिर 100 rupees free, 100 rupees off for one on delivery of 1 pizza. Right, that scheme by the Domino's. But nowadays you can see that the Lapino's introduced with the new scheme that every Wednesday and every Friday, right, अगर आप परचेस करते हो, then कोई भी साइज का पिज्जा क्यों ना लो, आप मिडिल साइज का पिज्जा लो, आप बिग साइज पिज्जा लो, लार्ज साइज पिज्जा लो, you get buy one get one free, and on each and every flavor. But in US and Domino's में क्या था? Particular flavors are there. But when I when I today deliver the lectures, the Lapino's also change its strategy nowadays. उनका main demanded था 7 cheesy pizza, right? Which is they are which flavor is they are removed from the schemes. मतलब if you want to give the order for the 7 cheesy pizza on Wednesday, on the scheme of buy one get one free, now that flavor is outdated from they remove from the menu. आया समझ में? Now they also selected the flavors they selected the menu for the schemes. Okay, so we can here see that domestic business have to learn many things from the international environment, and sometimes it's very difficult to implement in the current market, but sometimes if we take Lapinos, it's very positive and successfully Lapinos is very successfully implement that strategy. If we take the second example that के इंटरनेशनल जो आते हैं कंपनीज मार्केट में, ऑब्वियसली जैसे पहले था मानिक चौक food street, Law Garden food street, right? Each and every food street have to find a big competition and tough competition, right? When the Domino's entered in the market and when the McD enter in the market, as well as Honest also find a toughest competitors in the market. Okay, so today we cover this topics like what is business environment, importance of business environment, types of business environment. May we discuss that internal factors and external factors, but external factors may we discuss only non-economic environment. In next lecture we move with the economic environment. Thank you.